What is up, folks? Bristol Gaming, we are back with another exciting episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Week. The show help figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, as you guys can see here, we have a cool week ahead of us. We're going to cover some really cool mods. But before we jump into anything, I want to say thank you, community members, and thank you, mod authors, because you guys have been killing it. And I know I have been saying I'm going to do more overhauls, but the amount of work that goes into doing an overhaul to do it right, I want to make sure I'm doing them well. So I'm taking notes, getting bits and recordings here and there so I can post episodes to show you guys properly, as opposed to just a little 30-minute introduction. Hey, here's the beginning portion of this overhaul, have fun with it. I want to make sure you guys get good information up to like Snowbee quality level or better, you know? Like, overhauls are a lot harder to do that with than modlets like these. And with that, we're going to jump into these mods. And the first one is the FPS Boost by Tolpieres. I don't know how to pronounce that. So if you look on the left side of the screen, my FPS is showing pretty decent. It's okay-ish with all of these zombies here rendered in. And I'm going to go ahead and go God mode real quick. And then we're going to let these guys fly. And you see the FPS is staying standard about 40 FPS as these guys start moving around. And the reason this is kind of cool is because on Horde nights and stuff like that, depending upon what you've got going on, there's 75 zombies here right now. 75 of them. You see the FPS is now starting to drop a little bit, but we're not losing graphical quality. The graphics are actually staying fine. Nothing off in the distance is getting buggy. Everything is still staying fairly crisp. That's why this is nice, is because we can actually still see the zombies. And this is a rough demonstration to show you guys how this mod actually works, because this is one of those mods where I kind of hate to say this, but really you have to try it out to really be able to see how it works, because this is a rough, like I said, this is a rough showing of what this mod can do, but it really does help FPS, especially on older systems and stuff. Now, granted, I have a really powerful 4090 graphics card, and I don't know what that was that popped up, but okay. But I have a strong graphics card, so this is not, really going to mess with it too much. Even on a Horde night, I'm not going to get 75 zombies at once. There it goes again. I don't know what that is. But really not going to have this problem. But this FPS boost does help a lot. Like my wife on her laptop, she doesn't have the same graphics capability, and she runs this mod, and it allows her to play normally when we do Horde nights and stuff like that without having a lot of stuttering and other issues that some of the older graphics cards have. That's why this is such a good mod. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next one. Alright folks, so this next mod is the Feel Electricity Extended by Jeffrey Ruiz, and this is a fantastic mod that gives you a lot of power options. We have a lot of power options, and if I come in here, you type in Fill in the creative menu, you see we have a lot of options. It gives you a lot of stuff for power that I really like. We have some wireless fuse boxes, which I love, a wireless fuse block that has some good hit points, a little wireless fuse box. Like, we have a lot here. There's a lot that this mod adds in, but the best thing about it is if we come like over to this battery bank. So we have the vanilla battery bank here. 6 level 5 batteries, we get 270 power. 6 level 6s gives us 300, right? But we look here in this battery bank, if we have 6 level 5s, we're getting 2,000 output power. Little on the ridiculous side for that one, but it just shows that this mod is fantastic because it really gives batteries, especially with these battery banks, time to shine. But not only that, like we look at this little battery box here, we're already getting more output with this one than we would with a maxed out one with 2 batteries. And they're all like that. They're all just phenomenal ways to get power, except I don't have any batteries in that one. Just phenomenal ways to get power. And then if you look, you actually see the little green light right there pop up to show that they've got power, except for that one is red. I don't know why that one's red. Turn green. Should be green. And I thought the indicators on this side would light up, but I guess I was wrong when I put them down. But that's okay. It still looks really cool having that visual confirmation of how they look. And then we have the generators. The generators, unfortunately, have the same kind of max output as the vanilla. Like if we look at the vanilla here, 300. This has 300, but you see the gas is not quite as, it's double this one. Again, double. Same amount of gas as the vanilla. And this one's just double. They're just, you know, aesthetically a little bit different, but they do look a little bit better in my opinion. I really like the look of this one too, especially, you know, having it like outside of a base. And we got some solar panels here. One solar panel or one solar cell gives 150 output, whereas we have the vanilla for 6, we're only getting 132. So like this mod does a lot to change how you do power. Plus you got that big damn tower over there, which is, it says wind turbine, but it's really just a battery, and it doesn't really do anything when you turn it on. Nothing pops out and spins or anything like that. It's just a really big battery. But we do have this here that I think is supposed to go on that, but the way that it sits, it doesn't sit right. And we get to spin around. But hey, come on, you were just letting me, there you go. So if you look, again, max power 300 with only 2 of these things. Whoop, there we go. This mod adds in so much power options for you. It really does do a lot to make like power options in the game a lot better and just aesthetically pleasing in my opinion, because I really like how these things look. They just look fantastic, especially this little solar panel thing here. Like this looks like something you could theoretically salvage from a power store or like some type of hardware store or something like that early on, and some of these other things as well. I don't know about these battery banks down there, but like these battery banks, sure. I actually have something similar to this set up in my garage for when we lose power and stuff. But with that, folks, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. All right, folks, so this next mod is the LBXVS4BL. You know, I'm just going to call this the Alphabet Mod Beta 2.0. Sorry, Dan XVR, man, there's just too much there to try to say it all at once, and I'm going to stumble over it. But this is just a cool addition to the original LB Alphabet mod that Dan XVR came up with to work with Rebirth. But what this mod does is it tops the player level at 2,000, so you've got a long time to play, which is fantastic for those people who enjoy the longevity of a map, or you just really like having those high numbers. It also makes zombie bags like these, where if we come loot it, we can get things called coins, or some of these scrap metal parts. See if we can get some coins. Yep, so we got some coins, some scrap metal parts, some more coins, scrap metal parts, and some stuff there. Oh, cool, we got some coins. But now you say, well, what are those used for? Well, they're used for coming to this workbench over here and crafting these items that we have. So it adds in these items too. It adds in a saber, a SMG, and then prestige version of these items. So we can go ahead and throw these down on our hotbar so you guys can see what they look like, because they do look really cool. At least I think they look really cool. So this dagger, you know, one, it glows like hell, but if I hit 5 and then turn, you guys can see how it actually looks. And then we can look at the SMG, looks really good. Different versions, and these are the prestige versions. These two, prestige 1 and prestige 2. This is the vanilla version, which still looks really good. I actually like the camo look of it. And this is a prestige version of the dagger. Another little prestige version of the dagger. Another prestige version, and this one is my favorite just because of the way that it looks. And then we got another prestige version of the gun. Just all in all, they do look really good. I think they look fantastic, and they're just fun to play with in general. And you see, good fire, reloads just like a normal one. And if we look at the damage, pretty good damage, I mean, all in all. But it also has a burn and a shock bullet that we can get and make here with the normal stuff. So we got the burn bullet, but you have to have coins, and this is one of those things that you'll get as you loot through. But also, if we come to our skills section, we have the X mode that it adds on. It actually adds in some really cool stuff that you can get by just, you know, spending these points, doing different stuff. You can have fun with this mod. I'm not going to show everything that this does because I want you guys to play with it, so please play with this. It is actually really cool to see and have a lot of these going. I've played vanilla with this a little bit, and granted I never got up to level 2000, but I've had some fun with this. Like the skill stuff that they've added, a lot of the things that they've done with this just make it super fun. It's just a very enjoyable mod on addition to what they have. And there is a Rebirth version of this as well, which is even better because those guys who like Rebirth, which I am going to be doing a deep dive on soon, to show off how it looks. Being able to have something like this on there is just bee's knees, chef's kiss, however you want to call it. It's fantastic. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the last mod. Alright folks, so this last mod is by far and away one of the biggest POIs I have ever seen, and also one of the coolest, and it is the Navezgane Regional Airport POI and map by AH64 Jimbo. And I say and map because it does come with a custom 10K map that has this thing spawned on it, so you don't have to do it yourself. It is a cool map, it is a cool POI. This thing is huge. To show you how big it is, this mod came out on the 18th. I have been playing with it pretty much nonstop all weekend. I have not cleaned out the whole thing. I have not gone over 100% of the POI. This is a separate save. I've got a different save file. I'm going to pull up my map so you can see. This is just me flying around and looking, but when we come up and look, there's a plane there that you can loot, planes over there, hangars over there, hangars all around. There is a lot here. When I said that I have not looked at everything, I have not looked at everything. I have not gone in every building. I have not looted everything. I have not hit every airplane. I have not done everything that there is to do with this POI because this thing is huge. It is not, I think it might not quite be as big block-wise, maybe, as the space shuttle, but it is damn close. The space shuttle has more to loot and stuff like that. So, you know, kind of take that how you want. But there is a ton here to do and see and shoot and play. And honestly, they've captured the exact feel of an airport. Like, there's just so much here that is just crazy. And I can't even show you guys everything here. But there is so much that you guys are going to see, so much you guys are going to loot, so much fun you guys are going to have with this. Just, man, this thing is just, it's so fun to play around with. And you see, there's a good underground section too. Like I said, this thing is huge. It is massive. By far and away though, the things that I love the absolute most, the planes. This is some clever building. This is talent, you guys. Like, I've said it before, I'll say it again. We have got some talented people to make these kind of buildings and stuff, and I am not one of them. This to me is just mind-bogglingly well done. I love seeing this. The office chairs there for the seats, sure, they may not fit 100%. These chairs may not fit 100%, although these are kind of close on a first class, depending upon if you're doing an international flight or not. Little cargo hold or whatever the hell it's called. I worked in aviation. I should know what that's called too. And the little cockpit here. But I mean, all in all, this is really like the cleverness that they've built with this. Having stoves or dishwashers, whatever these are, as the overhead bins. Like, it's just using the assets that they have in game, all vanilla stuff, without having building anything else. This was hella well done. Like, I can't gush over how well this POI was put together any more than I already have, because it's just so damn good. It really is. Everything about this place, which, again, I'm going to say, you want the FPS boost that we covered at the beginning of this episode, or something, a really powerful video card, because all these blocks and stuff will eat up powerful video card, a lot of RAM, whatever, because these things will eat the hell out of it. But just look, this is fantastic. I love these. I love seeing all of this, how they've got everything stored here, the clever use of the assets making these vehicles like this. Like, imagine there should be something like this in game, right? That's just so well done. That's just so well built. It's so damn clever. I love it. I love everything that they've built with this. And again, I'm not showing you guys everything on this POI because I can't do this thing justice unless I'm actually showing you step by step me running through it, loading everything. And that's what I want you guys to experience for yourself. I'll show you guys some cool stuff, hit some hot parts, and show how this is just so damn well done. It's just, man, I love this. Look at that. That's actually really clever. I don't necessarily like the wood like that, but there's no asset really to show like damage and metal or anything, so you kind of have to use wood. But still, that's clever as hell how they built that like that. That's some clever manipulation of the in-game assets, vanilla assets, to build a POI like this. That's extremely well done. And these little prop planes, whatever the hell they're called over here, almost kind of want to call them Cessnas. This I cannot get over just the cleverness with this. This is by far and away my top, it's in the top 3 favorite POIs, just because of how clever it looks with how they've built this like this. Helicopters too. Oh no, I'm sorry. Normal planes. For a second, it looked like a helicopter that they had built like that. But man, just so damn well done. So damn well done. This just, so clever. I was gonna say, for a second I thought that was snow, but it's not. Oh man, just AH64 Jimbo, man, you've done fantastically well with this. You've created a phenomenal looking POI, man. I've loved playing around with this, and I hope you guys do too. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you had fun. If you liked the episode, go ahead, like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Have fun, take it easy, and we will see you next time.